Ben Shapiro, a Jewish public intellectual and an influencer, gave a heartfelt tribute to Pastor John MacArthur. He praised Pastor John for attempting to persuade him to leave Judaism and believe in Jesus Christ, for presenting the gospel of Christ to him with conviction and grace.
By offering condolences to the family and all of the followers of John MacArthur, the Southern California preacher, and someone who I'd venture to say was a friend of mine. John MacArthur was on the show twice at length, an amazing human being. Of course, he had millions and millions of followers in the Christian community. MacArthur, of all the people that I know in this sphere, I know quite a few, was absolutely staunch in his defense of the Bible. He is somebody who certainly never shied away from the messages of the New Testament. In the first interview that I did with him, a lengthy interview, he spent fully 30 minutes of the interview talking to me about why I ought to convert to Christianity. And as a Jew, I will say that not only do I not find that insulting, I find that absolutely useful. Why? Because he is saying the thing that he believes. And I think that that is a good thing. And the reason I considered him a friend is because he's somebody who cared about my eternal soul. But I was never upset by the fact that he believed that I ought to convert to Christianity, because, of course, many Christians believe that I ought to convert to Christianity. It's not an insult. That's because somebody cares for my spiritual welfare, and we disagree about how best to attain that spiritual welfare.
Ben Shapiro sat down for lengthy interviews with Pastor John twice.
I have such a love for Israel. I mean, all the people I love the most are Jewish, from Abraham, to the Apostle John, who wrote the last book in the Bible. I have the same passion that Paul had. He could almost wish himself accursed for Israel's sake. This is Judaism's culmination. So I don't see Judaism and Christianity as antithetical. I see them as perfectly complementary. I would say that Jesus was the purest Jew that ever lived. When you ask me to show the variation between Judaism and Christianity, morally, no, there's none. But the distinction between Christianity and Judaism is what we do with Jesus Christ.
What an extraordinary Christian legacy to leave behind. Even non-Christians like Ben Shapiro, while still living in unbelief as a Jew, admiring how he conducted himself as an effective evangelist, doing the work of the Lord in calling people towards Christ. Our world needs the gospel. Let us not hesitate to share the good news that we have. Let us be inspired by the example of Pastor John as how to witness in public arena. Let us be bold and say together with Paul, I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God for the salvation of everyone who believes.